We are live. We're in here. I'm still getting used to using the laptop for my live. No, here we go. Alright. Okay. As usual, my hair is an absolute mess. Welcome to Friday, the 29th of December at 3:53 p.m. I'm in Aotearoa, New Zealand, in Northland, and I have just had an incredible half an hour dealing with a car issue. Like to say to my mum earlier, she's no longer driving a car, she's driving a computer. So there we go. So the wind is starting to get up here. Don't get me started on modified weather because it just makes me angry, and it's just becoming so obvious now. So here we are. So we'll just wait for a few minutes. I will pull a few cards, do a little bit of collective messaging, and we'll go from there. At least it's a little bit cooler with that wind. So, that'll do. What have we got here? We've got two cards. So we've got around the campfire, and then we have the looking reasonably stressed card. Yep, that was my mother dealing with the car half an hour ago. Right, so what am I getting out of these? Well, both very contrasting colours for a start. So one has got that fire energy, the other one's completely empty. So straight away I get a sense of other people trying to fill somebody else's cup. I'm getting a sense of actual depression here, and actually I'm quite pleased that whoever this is for, you can feel me choking up with this as well, that the people around this person, this individual, the depressed one, the people around them are aware that they aren't right and that they are struggling. They might not know what to do when I think about the rugby documentary I've watched for the All Blacks of the guy who kicked the goal in the last World Cup, in the Rugby World Cup. They were aware. So where does this take me? It's really interesting because having the two cards side by side, the depressed individual has got their arms out, reaching out. So again, they might not know what they're asking for. I mean, most people, when they're depressed, the reason we get depressed is because we don't have tools, we haven't had the healing, we don't even know what healing looks like. We don't even know that healing is possible. Some of us don't even believe that healing is possible, right? So as I say that, my eyes drop back down to the cards. I'm looking at these movements in the card, the drawings that look like rabbit ears, bunny ears, and they're leaning in different directions. So it feels like the depressed individual has been trying to make decisions and failing because neither decision feels, hi Tanya, feels like the right decision. And there's a lot of, it's not just one crossroads. I'm now looking at the card with the hot air balloon with the depressed individual in it, and it looks like there's windows in there, but to me there's a whole lot of crossroads when I look at that today, and a whole lot of pressure coming down. And for the first time looking at this card, I can actually see a second face on top of the edge of the balloon, and it's making it look like there's wind coming down onto the skyscraper, which is giving me the windows, which is giving me the crossroads. So that to me gives me a sense that somebody has offloaded, projected a whole lot of stuff onto this depressed individual on top of what the depressed individual is already carrying. So as well as feeling depressed, this individual is also feeling quite crappy after that verbal projectiled stuff. You can tell my body language has changed. I've started scratching my arm. I've started huddling myself as I connect to the individual. So it is really, really tricky when you are that depressed individual and you have been dumped upon emotionally and you are feeling really crappy because you don't know what to ask the people that know you're struggling, except to be honest and say things like, nothing I'm doing is working. What else do we do? Who else can I talk to? Where else can I go? Who else would listen to me? You know, and the time that I've been absent on this platform, I've been watching on TikTok. I've done just so much observation. And there's been a few times when I have jumped on people's sites that have just poured their stuff out onto TikTok saying, I don't know where to go, you know. And sometimes the best thing that we can do is to say to the creator, we're here. Just keep telling us how you're feeling. Keep expressing what it is, particularly for those that have never expressed it before. And let everybody know that you're present. One time what I did was say, I've been through most of what you're describing and the institution that you're now in for different reasons. Because a lot of the time when people are depressed, they think, the individual believes that nobody else has been through it, and that the only reason for that is nobody else has said it. It hasn't been talked about publicly. Yeah. So if you are listening to this and you are one of those depressed individuals and you might not know and understand what unconditional love is, you can at least ask yourself to set the intention to send love to yourself without judgment. That's the word unconditional. And ask yourself if you are ready to be there for yourself. And it doesn't matter what the answer is. It doesn't matter what the answer is. That's compassionate inquiry at work. There is a little bit of self-care in the fact that you're asking the question. All right. Now that was short, sweet, and to the point. And because I'm cropping some of these videos up to get them out there in smaller bite-sized pieces, we'll leave that there. Thank you, Tania, for being on. I don't know where that relates to you and those in your life. But thank you for being on. And I will join you all again later. Okay.